What we really could use is the formation of a set of digital banks that use digital capital. Of course, the first generation of them, we can name them, right? Celsius, FTX, you know, BlockFi, you know, and they were kind of like crypto cowboys, and so they weren't very trustworthy, and they took insane risk, and they blew up. So we don't want that, right? We need a bunch of banks with adult supervision, with credit controls and risk controls that think really hard about this.
Token 2049 is set to kick off this week in Singapore. If you're attending, we'd love to hear from you. To dive into the discussions, check out an interview with Michael Saylor, alongside Safe and Amos. In their recent conversation, they explore how Bitcoin could revolutionize the global banking system by replacing fiat currencies and transforming governmental operations. At the time of the discussion, Bitcoin was trading at around $61,000, marking a 5% increase in the last 24 hours and a 5% rise over the past week.
You have to take some sort of corporate risk, technology risk, or investment risk, or real estate risk. And you have to tell yourself that the risk you're taking is less than the yield you're getting. Right? Like, for example, people they loan money to mid-sized companies. All these corporate lenders, they brag about getting 12 to 14% interest rates on secure loans. And so they're getting more than the 5% the government pays or the US pays. And so maybe they're getting an extra 8%, and they're telling themselves that the risk that they're taking is less than that. But even so you get 12% on that loan, you're getting debased 8%. I don't think the monetary inflation rate right now has been, 7. I think it's been more like 9 or 10 for the past 4 years, right? So in this environment, you were suffering an 8 to 10% monetary debasement rate, and you're getting a 10 to 12 or 12 to 14% yield, and then you've got this risk that you're taking, and you're telling yourself it's not risky, but probably it is 4 to 6% risky. So at the end of the day, if you're taking 4 or 5% credit risk and you're getting paid 12%, and the monetary debasement rate is 8%, then you've got a 0% real yield after adjusting for credit and inflation, right? It's kind of so those businesses, they kind of work for the general partner, because the general partner is getting paid a fee off the top. But the limited partner that isn't getting paid, that if you're getting 2 and 20, of course you want to do anything. But if you're the limited partner, you're getting a nominal yield of, 8 or 10%, but after the risk, over 20, 30, 40 years, you're going to have a blow up, which kind of wipes that all out. So we live in a world right now where it's difficult to live off of your accumulated capital without actually being in the business of taking risk. I guess that's what I'm getting at. And I think Bitcoin offers a different possibility. I see a world, we're not there yet, but I think 10 years out, I see a world where you would be able to take your Bitcoin, put it with a trustworthy bank, and the bank would lend it out, and they would give you a yield, and you could then never sell your Bitcoin, pay your living expenses with the yield the bank gave you, and then the Bitcoin would appreciate in fiat terms forever. And of course, for that to work, you have to have a trustworthy bank, right? What is a bank in that regard? I mean, classically, that's a bank that they take capital from depositors, and they find creditworthy lenders, and they charge an interest rate that covers the default rate, right? They actually do proper lending. And I guess this is what's interesting here is that Bitcoin is capital owned by the people, And so the bank basically has to get a return for their own shareholders and a return for the capitalists that own the capital, and they have to cover the credit risk. And the existing fiat banking system is using bank owned by the public and by the governments, right? The government controls the capital that existing fiat banks lend out.
After listening to Michael Saylor discuss how Bitcoin can disrupt national banking systems and redefine global finance, let's take a closer look at his insights on how Bitcoin adoption could reshape economies worldwide. Saylor examines how Bitcoin's unique properties could foster more rational financial decisions, benefiting individuals, corporations, and governments alike. With its fixed supply and decentralized nature, could Bitcoin establish a new standard for financial responsibility globally? Let's hear what Michael Saylor has to say as he explores these groundbreaking concepts.
Like right now, I can get yield if I borrow in yen, or if I borrow in whatever, some other country. Like I go to a country that pays high interest rates, like Turkish lira, and they'll give me huge interest rates, but the currency is collapsing against the dollar. So if you get paid 20% interest and then the currency is losing 30% of its value every year, your real return is minus 10% or something. It's not plus. So the problem right now is if I just hold $1 billion worth of dollars, I get 5% interest, but the currency is losing 7% of its value a year, right? So I've got a negative real yield on fiat capital. Yeah, the real fundamental problem is any of these institutions will generate lots and lots of capital, whether it's Apple or whether it's El Salvador or whether it's Harvard University. They all have capital. But in order to get a yield and protect their principal against inflation, they can't invest in a liquid capital asset. They have to buy real estate, probably real estate. You buy commercial real estate, and your inflation hedge is the underlying property, and then you use and then you get some rent, of which a lot of it you have to use to pay taxes and insurance and upkeep and depreciation. And then the remainder, might be some real yield, but it's not much. Generally, it's not a whole lot, and there's a lot of headache with it. And so otherwise, I own a corporation or an equity that pays dividends. So if I can own a corporation that can grow faster than the rate of inflation and grow cash flows faster than the rate of inflation, maybe in theory I can get there. But those are both very, very challenging. So I maybe in the mythical era of, in the golden age, if I had a bank I trusted in the golden age and my capital was in gold, then maybe I could deposit the capital in the bank and I could get paid interest, and the bank would then loan the capital and they would get paid, and we would split the interest 50-50 or something. And that's a long-term strategy for, preserving wealth and then paying expenses. But we lost that ability in the fiat age because it seems to me that, with probably only a few exceptions, the actual yield you can generate on fiat capital has always been a negative real yield. I mean, do you know of anywhere in the world where you can generate a positive real yield on fiat capital?
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another new video, in which video Michael Saylor has discussed about briefly Bitcoin. In this video, Michael Saylor has described as the banking system and compare as Bitcoin ability to and interested and many more. So guys, if you like this type of Bitcoin related content, then you can subscribe my channel and watch my every video regularly, because I upload this type of content daily. Guys, please watch my every video, because I upload regularly this type of content for you. So guys, I am requesting to subscribe my channel and watch each of every video in my channel. Guys, if you are an investor or like crypto related content, then you can subscribe my channel because I upload this type of content every day. Video because it will be useful for you. So guys, please subscribe my channel and we wait for another new video. I will upload a new video. I upload Bitcoin related content. So guys, subscribe my channel and keep watching my video. Now I am playing PUBG video. If you like PUBG related content, then also you can subscribe my channel. So guys, now I am going to end my video. So I hope all of guys will be okay. I will be back with another video next. So bye for now.